Good evening. My name is Dr. Mary Borchardt, and I will be your Master of Ceremony this evening. I would like to extend a welcome to our Board of Regents, a special guest this evening for Del Mar College, the Vice President and Chief Academic Officer, Dr. Hoda Halka, our Divisional Dean, Dr. Jennifer Schramrick, unfortunately could not attend this evening due to other commitments, but sends her congratulations to all of our inductees. Our program chair, Dr. Jennifer McWha, and our program director, Dr. Linda Earwood, our faculty, family, and friends that are here this evening for our induction ceremony. I would like to welcome Dr. McWha to come up and provide our welcome.
Adjust this a little bit. Well, good evening and welcome again, everybody, to our induction ceremony. It's so nice to see everybody. These students have worked very hard throughout this curriculum. They're self-motivated, self-disciplined, and goal-directed. They're likely to be our future nurse managers or leaders, so it's especially nice to be able to celebrate their academic achievement tonight. They've maintained high marks in their nursing courses throughout the program, which is no easy feat, given the fact that many of them have maintained employment. Some are parents, some may be working, and they're managing the responsibilities of the home life. They understand the necessity of maintaining flexibility when entering a profession, when patient or unit situations can change rapidly. They understand the importance of teamwork, and they're multitaskers, and they're definitely critical thinkers. These are crucial skills to hold as one transitions from student to registered nurse. I expect most of these inductees are planning to pursue higher education after they pass their licensing exam, as many have already completed the various courses required to enter an RN to BSN program. So I anticipate the journey ahead is going to be filled with exciting career opportunities for all of them. I also want to take a minute to recognize those of you who are joining us in the audience. Nothing is ever achieved by oneself. So it's you, the silent cheerleaders in the background, who have helped them along the way, maybe with simple things like making dinner, doing the laundry, watching the children while they study, but every little bit has helped. and you've contributed to their ability to be successful, so I recognize you as well. I send each of you inductees a very big congratulations for the hard work that you've put in over the last number of semesters, and I hope you enjoy the rest of this ceremony.
Thank you, Dr. McWha. Now I'd like to give a little history about the Alpha Delta Nu Gamma Phi Chapter Honor Society. And it's my honor and privilege to acknowledge the academic excellence in the study of associate degree nursing for our inductees this evening. A little background on the Honor Society. ODIN, the Organization for Associate Degree Nursing, their mission is the national voice and pivotal resource for community college nursing education and the associate degree pathway. The vision is to expand networks that promote leadership, collaboration, and advocacy to further enrich nursing education and the communities that we serve. In 2015, Del Mar College became the 5th community college to join the Honor Society to recognize students who maintain academic excellence. Currently, there are 17 community colleges in Texas that belong to the Honor Society. Students are invited into the Honor Society in their 3rd semester. Students are expected to maintain a 3.0 grade point average throughout the nursing program and cannot receive less than a B in all their nursing courses or have repeated a nursing course to demonstrate conduct that is reflecting behavior, reflecting professional activity and integrity. Our chapter, Gamma Phi, is proud to recognize the hard work that our students bring to our community, demonstrating their leadership and zeal to continue to obtain higher education goals and to provide high-quality health care to the community that they will serve. The Alpha Delta Nu Gamma Phi chapter's advisors wish to thank you and their friends and family for your continued support in helping these students reach their academic goals. So again, thank you so much for what you do to support them in order to them to achieve, and we look forward to welcoming these inductees into our community healthcare facilities that will be providing care to all of our patients who are in our community. Now I would like to bring up our faculty speaker this evening, Mrs. Keeler.
An old nurse. Wow. Honor Society. Ms. Keeler back in 1987 was sitting where you were sitting now, and I was just lucky to get out of Dodge, much less Honor Society. So congratulations. That is a very hard thing to do, maintaining a B average through your academic studies. That's just awesome. As I look at them, I'm looking at our leaders, as Dr. McWha has already mentioned, our leaders for tomorrow. And Corpus Christi needs good leaders, in our hospitals especially. We are working in times where there is a shortage. There's been a shortage since I've been a nurse since '87, and I don't think that shortage is ever going to go away. So we need you, and Corpus needs you. And I know a lot of our students move away from Corpus, and I'm hoping that you all will stay and help your community, please. As they said about leaders and leadership, I'm looking at y'all. And one of the first things y'all need to do is look at yourself. Self-awareness and understanding what your personality traits are, your behaviors, your own anxieties, and your emotions on how you are going to help others. Respect is one of the most important things a leader can have, and it's essential because it eases tension and it fosters trust and it improves your effectiveness. Okay? Compassion. Compassion requires leaders to act on what you have learned. You've learned a lot, and keeping it to yourself does not help develop other people. And we as nurses need to help and develop each other. For what? To help the outcomes of our patients. Vision. You need to look at where you want to be. Aspire the best you can be. What is your end goal in life? And that is also motivating others. Communication. We've talked about communication in a lot of our professional classes. And one of them is what? To be an active listener. As I heard the other day, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth. Right? So listening. Have learning agility, the ability to know what to do when you don't know what to do. And that's okay. Teamwork and collaboration, we've also talked about that in our professional classes. You're not out there on your own. There'll always be someone there to help you. Don't ever feel like you're by yourself. Influence others. We need to be, again, thoughtful of what we do and appreciative of what other people are trying to teach us. Integrity, being consistent, honest, and trustworthy is essential for being a good leader. Courage, being able to take bold actions that move others in the right direction. And sometimes you might feel like you're the only one doing that, but guess what? You need to do it. Gratitude, the uplifting emotion experience and receiving something for value and being thankful for it. The last is resilience, the ability to respond adaptively to changes and challenges, because you're going to be challenged every day. Nursing is hard. It's hard work. But your faculty and Del Mar College have prepared you to do well. And that's the other thing I want you to remember. You are a product of Del Mar College. Whether you go and get your BSN with us or elsewhere, you are still a product of Del Mar College, and you need to be proud of that. I don't want you ever to forget that. The one thing I know that you all have from the little time I've had you this summer is that you have a kind heart of compassion for caring for others. Continue to follow your hearts, and you will go far. I wish you all the very best in your leadership abilities and in your jobs. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Keeler. Now I will have our student speaker come up, Isaac Escobedo.
It's so weird walking all the way across. Well, greetings and good evening to you all, the few and the faithful. Thank you all for coming to celebrate with us this momentous occasion. As it's already been said, my name is Isaac Escobedo, and I've had the privilege of being this chapter's president for the fall 2023 semester. I am filled with immense gratitude to be able to speak on behalf of my fellow inductees. I would like to say thank you to the faculty and staff who have been involved in Alpha Delta Nu, Dr. Earwood, Dr. McWha, Dr. Borchardt, and Ms. Keeler, Thank you for your leadership and for your guidance. As a previous president of this chapter, I've had the great opportunity to witness firsthand the dedication and professionalism that each of my fellow inductees has brought to our studies, clinical practice, and community service. We have not only strived for academic success, but have also taken our knowledge beyond the classroom to make a tangible impact in the clinical setting and also within our community. This past year, you may have seen on here, we had the opportunity to serve by participating in a community and an educational event or project. And I'll let you know that these experiences have not only enriched our learning, but have also strengthened our resolve to provide patient-centered care with compassion, with integrity, with professionalism, and with excellence. And lastly, to my fellow inductees, common and cliche, but it's true. This is just the beginning. The honor we receive today comes with the responsibility, and hear this, to lead, to educate, and to provide nursing care with excellence. Let us continue to strive for greatness, not only for ourselves, but for the countless lives that we will touch in and out of our community. I leave you, my fellow inductees, with a famous quote from Florence Nightingale. Quote, "Let us never consider ourselves finished nurses. We must be learning all of our lives." Thank you all.
Thank you, Mr. Escobedo. Now we will have Faith Perez, Sierra Rodriguez, and Amelia Lockhart to come up and talk about the symbols of the nursing profession.
Good evening. We would like to tell you a little about the nursing symbols. Various nurse symbols have become well known throughout the history of healthcare, many of which are recognized by most people. These symbols include the caduceus, oil lamp, nurse uniform, nurse cap, and the nursing pin. Each symbol provides a distinct meaning and purpose for those working in the healthcare industry.
The caduceus, the most common and recognized as the oldest symbol dedicated to this field, it is composed of a staff entangled by two serpents and at times with wings on top. This symbol is often found on uniforms and medical equipment. The RN caduceus originated with Hermes, the Greek god. Hermes is known as the herald of the gods, and his primary role was to act as a soul guide or conductor to direct souls into the afterlife.
The oil lamp. The oil lamp nursing symbol is incorporated in nursing uniforms to honor Florence Nightingale, who was dedicated and selfless in helping the victims of the Crimean War without minding about the race, color, origin, and religion. The lamp denotes nursing customs of devotion and selfless work. It has now become synonymous with compassion, reliability, and goodwill, all attributes significant to the practice of nursing.
The nurse uniform. The traditional uniform was composed of a blue dress, cap above, and a pinafore apron. It was a symbol of how dedicated the nurses were towards serving other people. It was meant to create a positive public impression and to enable patients to differentiate between the different kinds of staff in a hospital setting. The traditional nurse uniform was also derived from the habits of the caregivers of the early Christian community. Due to this, the nursing practice transitioned from being religious to a secular one, although the mode of clothing was retained until the arrival of the nursing scrubs.
The nurse cap. There have been two kinds of nurse caps that were popularly used in the past: the long cap that covered all the nurse's head and the short cap that sits on top of the head. While the nurse's cap helped in keeping the nurse's hair away from their faces and helped identify them as medical practitioners, they have since been stopped due to the consideration of a potential transmitter of diseases from hospitals. Nevertheless, it remains a significant nursing symbol.
Lastly, the nursing pin. This is a type of badge that is worn by nurses to denote the nursing school from which was attended and graduated from.
Thank you.
Thank you, ladies. Now I would like to ask the nursing advisors for the Alpha Delta Nu Honor Society to come up to provide the awarding of pins and cords. Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
We decided that was your name. And then, so all you have to do is call the inductees to come up and they'll sit down.
One at a time, right? Okay. It's time for all of you to come forward. Okay, are we ready? Nikki Andrade. Isaac Escobedo. Aaron Lindsay. Congratulations. Amelia Lockhart. Faith Perez. And Sierra Rodriguez.
Thank you, Mrs. Keeler and Dr. Earwood. Now I would like to have everyone extend another round of applause for our inductees this evening for their hard work. Okay, so this concludes our ceremony. Our inductees will be leaving the stage to go and provide a token of appreciation to their family and friends for all their support during their educational journey. Thank you so much and have a wonderful evening.
you.